This year I support Bayern, the Germans,
they're really good,
because they won Spain.
Yeah.
Finally, Spain has lost their throne.
I know, yeah, it's brilliant.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Except Spain, of course.
Except Spain, yeah.
I know, it's great. So, what, for our readers, the readers that read our website, they want to know a bit about you as a band. Now, I've seen interviews that you've done with various people. Why don't you just explain a bit about your background, how you two kind of came together as a group? Because I know we were in Ventspils last year, and we came to the national final, and you were competing there. You didn't get through last year, but just explain a bit about your history, about how you came together, and also about the type of music you like and play. I'm just interested in that more than anything, because that's what our readers will be interested in. What makes the band good,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, our band is already working for 5 years. At the very beginning we were 3 and we were doing a cappella beatbox stuff, but then we became a duo. I found him in the internet.
Which is really weird.
I just searched for the best beatboxer in Latvia and I found him. So for like 4 years we were together as a duo. And the type of music that we do is, we don't have a genre, because some songs are pop, like Here We Go. Some songs are a bit indie, some songs are a bit alternative. We have also Afrobeat in our album. The only similarity in all of our songs is beatbox that we include in each and every song.
Yeah, we're kind of trying to show the world that we can combine beatbox with every kind of genre.
And the inspirations probably are Muse, Fatboy Slim. He loves Chasing Status, so
Nero. Dubstep drum and bass stuff.
I'm a huge fan of Muse, actually, and I'm a fan of Eminem as well. So we listen to everything.
Yeah, good music.
Yeah, but like as children, like what did you want? What type of music did you sing, like individually?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, in Latvia there were only Latvian artists, because when we came out of the Soviet Union we had those restricted things about music, and then Eminem got really popular, and I was like 6 years old, and that was really after the Soviet Union, but still we had a lot of Latvian music. When Eminem got popular I was 6 years old, and that was a big thing for me, because my dad bought his album and I was like literally blown away, because it was in English, it was fast, that was rap, I never heard of it before. So I stole that album from my dad and I grew up on Eminem.
It's kind of weird that he loved hip-hop music, because I also did really love hip-hop music, but Latvian hip-hop music when I was little children. The first cassette I brought was Latvian hip-hop artist STA. So I was really also blown away about that kind of music.
Yeah. Now, what do you try to do through your music?
Yeah, we're trying to deliver our message about stuff. There are too many products nowadays, not artists. Too many made up products. You can see some interviews about some famous pop star, and she'll be just like, oh, I wrote this song in my hotel because I felt love and stuff like that. But that's just complete BS, because that's the things that her manager told her to say.
Yeah.
There aren't as many bands as Led Zeppelin, as AC/DC, as Muse that fill stadiums with peeps just.
Yeah, stadiums, not arenas.
Yeah, stadiums. They're waiting for true music. You can see that Muse, they publish their inspirations. Their newest album, The Second Law, sounds a bit like Queen, and you can see that old school stuff, the roots of music, come back now. But there are only few artists like that, and we're trying to be that kind of artist. That's why in Eurovision we're communicating with the crowd. We're showing that we're something more than a playback band, because everyone has to sing playback stuff here in Eurovision. Well, we think that this is the fastest way how to show the crowd that we're a bit different, by communicating with them. Yeah, and just to behave your music, to understand what kind of music is good, what kind of music is bad. For me, I think that listening to lyrics is really important in music, not only the melody.
Yeah. So like in the case of San Francisco in the 60s and you know, even the UK in the 60s, you know, where music brought about social change in a country.
Yeah.
How important is social change or music connected to social change in Latvia?
Not a lot of social change. It's just playing music, you know, which is being played on radio, and it has no big effect
But does
on the
it?
crowd.
Should it?
It should. It absolutely should. It absolutely should, and that's what should be happening right now. You know?
And not only in Latvia,
Not only in
all
Latvia,
over the world.
all over the world.
Because in Latvia there are a lot of artists who sings about nothing. Just
About nothing.
Yeah, they
Just,
have a
you know,
some
if
dance beat.
If
and
dance is popular, they make dance stuff.
Yeah.
If the next year reggae will be popular, they make probably some reggae dance stuff as well.
But it's not from their heart.
Yeah,
So it's just
it has to be real. Like Justin Timberlake, he's also pop, but for me, he makes me proud that I also have pop songs. That, you know, Justin, he's the guy that makes it all good. He has like only 3 albums. His last album was from 10 years ago, and this album he released this year, it's art, you know, it comes from the heart. Still, he shows that even pop could be like really epic.
I suppose really, just going back to Eurovision, because I've got to deal with Eurovision. You know, success at Eurovision would give you an audience Europe-wide, wouldn't it? A huge audience Europe-wide. So all of your music that you write, I mean, you write it from the heart. I mean, this song that you, Here We Go, what really is that? What's the message in that?
You know, in few words, it's a motivational song, but it's not plain motivational like
cheesy motivation song.
If somebody talks bad about you, he's behind your back and stuff like that. I use metaphors. I read a lot of Zen stories. I've used some definitions from the Zen stories as well, just to get a little bit philosophical. For example, the second verse starts with a lot of there are
a lot of thoughts in the head.
A lot of thoughts in my head keep pulling me down. So many guests in my house, but I couldn't notice the sound of the doorbell telling they're about to come. Which explains that a lot of things in our life happen like with no warning at all. A lot of problems, like the snow falls from the roof and hits your head. And you're like, what? Wow, where was the warning? And in Zen stories, it's like written that no problem comes without a warning. It's like a guest. He rings the doorbell, you know that he's coming, and only then you open the door. But in my life, sometimes there's no warning at all. So this is basically about my life, about our life, about the struggles, about the things that we face. Into that song, and hopefully someone gets some similarities with his kind of things.
Do you think people pick up on that within the song?
No.
Nowadays they just
like 5% only pick up
it.
on that.
Sure.
Yeah, the most of the peeps listen to melody, just plain melody. So that explains why songs with no meaning could be in the charts right now. Yeah.
Like as far as Eurovision's concerned, do you think that there's a lot of produced acts here, you know, like people who've come directly from X Factor type shows, and you know, they're here to sing, but like you say, they're here to deliver a song, but there's no heart in the song itself.
Really a lot of musicians are like that. I don't call them musicians, I call them contestants. They're just contestants. There are some live bands, there are some bands that write their own stuff, but I really don't love one-time projects that are made specially from Eurovision so their country could get more points. That's not music, that's sport, and music is no boxing.
Have you got like a song that you like here?
Yeah, the Armenian song, we love it because it's true. It's written by Tony from Black Sabbath, and it is really nice. It is really cool, and the band has also a really great message. We were at their live show, and we were like blown away. We didn't know that something like them could perform in Eurovision. We thought that every single one was like just band or a singer with dancers on stage and doing pirouettes and just singing.
It's really rare when you hear some group playing live the first time, and that already you just love it. I didn't hear the songs, but the first time I heard it, I just loved it because they're playing from the heart.
Yeah. So on Thursday, you've got like a big mountain to climb to qualify, but you know, you obviously believe that you can do this.
Yeah.
We believe, you know, because it's like sports. Music is not sports, but we motivate ourselves like in sports. When you see the NBA, when you see the NHL, even football, sportsmen, they always are telling, yeah, we have to qualify, we know that we can do that, so
We're strong, we're willing.
let us qualify to the playoff finals and hopefully win the ABBA Cup.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. That's fun.
Yeah, thanks. You're welcome.